Good morning from the busy needle. This is another morning ramble. I'm up machine quilting again on another quilt top that was made by my youngest daughter. And I have a different machine. Maxine's went on vacation for a while. I've never quilted on a different machine, so we're learning about each other as we go. Me and this machine. He's named Thor, and I'll have a machine minute on this type of machine. It's a really great machine, excuse me, to be using. I've got a different setup. I'm not doing the organic wavy. I'm trying to do a more straight line. I'm attempting maybe a matchstick look, which means that they'll be a little closer together, and then I'll have one further apart, like here, like an inch apart, then do a few a half inch apart. And I'm using a guide that shows me, that keeps me straight. I align it with the last seam I've sewn, and we move on down through here. Now, I'm not going to sweat it on this quilt top. This is not my daughter's first quilt top. She was 10 when she pieced this. She had done some quilting, excuse me, some piecing with strip piecing, but this was her first quilt top to actually have blocks and sew them together. And this is a pretty good size quilt top. It's the old-fashioned bow tie pattern, and she used any kind of color she liked. She was 10 years old. I let her pick what she likes. She's 11 now, and when she pieces, I let her pick what she likes because I want to pick what I like in my quilt tops. But she made every block, and she went in the store and picked out some of the fabrics. Some of them were fabrics she got out of my stash or some stuff my mom had. So she picked exactly what she liked. And before going any further with that, let me say each one of these little blocks is a 6-inch block, and it has 6 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this quilt top has 168 blocks, and that come out over 1,000 pieces this child put together to make this quilt top. And it's a good full-size quilt. You could probably put it on a queen-size bed when we get through with it, but it'd probably be best on a full. And bless her heart, I remember she did this at quilt class. My mom taught quilt classes, and me and the other women were telling her, "Oh, you're going to love snuggling up under that quilt when you get through." And she goes, I'm putting this up. This is for me and my husband. Which made all of us old married ladies laugh. Now, keeping in mind this was pieced by a new quilter and a young girl, and she did a great job. It is not perfect. There's 1,000 pieces sewn together. It's not perfect. And then it has batting, then it has more fabric behind. Fabric stretches, it pulls. As you sew it, it's going to stretch and pull a little. It's not going to be perfect. So if I manage to get some tucks in this, which I really don't want to, but if I get some tucks or maybe a pucker or two, I'm not going to freak out about it. Because again, once this is washed, I'm using a cotton batting. It's going to shrink up a little, and a lot of that will be completely camouflaged in the normal puckering that it's going to do when it's put together. So don't get too worried about it. Because if we have to sweat it too much, this is not a fun hobby. Then it becomes a job, and there goes a lot of the joy out of it. Some of these colors crack me up. Here's bumblebee fabric. You know, the mind of a young girl. Now I want to show you another tip I didn't show you the other day. When you're free motion quilting, it's different. You actually have to move the fabric constantly. So you usually wear gloves. I make machine gloves. I just use grip gardening gloves, what you use to haul things around with outside. Is what I use. You can buy them at Walmart or Home Depot, somewhere like that. But doing this, sometimes you lose your grip. Take a little lotion, and I mean a little. It's best to have a pump. And put yourself, I mean a drop, like that. I mean just a drop. You don't want much. You don't want to get a lot on your quilt. And rub that in. And that'll give your fingertips just a little enough grip to help you with this fluffing stuff. And again, we just worry about the 6 inches in front of me. And here we go, baby. And I keep my guide on my last line. Don't look at your needle, look at your last line. And keep that guide on that. Okay, it's time to fluff and stuff. Needle down again. I've told you before. Stuff it all up in here. I got a pin here I'm going to take out. Throw it to my pin bowl. Okay, and sometimes I hit it, sometimes I don't. I'll pick them up later. Okay, off I go. Stay on. If I have a pucker, I've not had one yet on top, try not to have it in a solid color because it's really going to show. If it has to be some fullness work, then try to make sure it's in a print. So off I go, up and down. I just wanted to show you this different type of quilting. I have a knee control on my machine. And sometimes the fabric gets hung up in it down there. And again, you got to pull it up here, stuff some more through. Okay. Now here we have a problem. So she had a little problem here piecing. So we just have to kind of quilt around that over it the best I can. And moving on. I try not to go too fast. Okay, I'm almost to the end. I like being at the end. We like that. Means I get to go back for another pass. And I'll just keep doing this over and over. So I hope y'all have a great day, and God bless.